Hi, Peter Allen, Figure Transformations, and what I want to discuss is kind of started making a key point when talking about our big muscles not doing what they're supposed to when our secondary is taking over. So, a lot of times we blame our Sartorius because it swoops down and in, connects here. Its primary job is this, okay? If my tissue gets too tight and too short, now it becomes more of a primary because my adductors are more my internal rotation. So that's their primary job. And they're covering your whole inside of your leg. Much bigger and larger muscle group than the Sartorius that comes off your hip and down. But because our hip gets distorted, now that muscle gets short and now it becomes overworked and overworked and overworked. And this happens time and time again throughout our bodies. We need to start understanding that our primaries are not doing their job. That's why the secondaries are coming in. So a lot of people experience pain and discomfort in these smaller muscles. And for years I was making my focus on, okay, I gotta calm them down, I gotta calm them down. But if I take a step further and look at, well, why do I gotta calm them down? They shouldn't be coming in so much. They're just supposed to be synergist muscles. But because the primaries are so tight and not able to do their job properly, my glute gets so tight, it's pulling my leg out. So my adductors are pulling it in. Well, now it's just stuck in this tug of war, and it still can move and do these rotations. And that's why we're not really kind of noticing how much scar tissue develops in and around these joints. Because I can still rotate my legs out, my glutes are fine. But if you get into a stretch position, I guarantee you're gonna notice, this thing's hard as a rock, okay? You're gonna find places that are feel like bone that are not. So we need to start understanding that these secondaries are a symptom, and the primary cause is these larger muscles. I'm probably one of the few people that experience really tight adductors. I could feel them cramping at night so severely, but I couldn't loosen them. The reason I couldn't loosen them was because my glutes were so tight that my adductors were working overtime. My glutes were pulling my leg out, my adductors are trying to pull it in. And so if we're not stretching enough when we're younger and doing enough movement patterns to equal everything out, then we're going to have to resort to something like this, like I've had to with the percussion therapy, and finally figure out a way to move fascia and get our bodies moving the way that we did 10, 20, whatever, how many years ago. I'm 42 at this point, and my body's probably close to 20. Now, I'm not in the same physical shape because I've taken some time off for this and I've been documenting my workouts along with this. But regardless, small muscles are overpowering because our primaries are too tight and too shut down. So if you have any questions, comments, please ask. Thank you.